Well, the first time I heard about the Neighborhood Christian Clinic is I was living overseas. I happened to be in Africa at the time working, and I became very ill. And I found myself not having help among the medical professionals in the countries in because they hadn't seen whatever it is that I had. And so they weren't aware of how to fix this or what was going on. And so I had a friend that contacted the Neighborhood Christian Clinic to get some advice on what I needed to do, and they actually sent over some of my results, blood tests and different things, to take a look. And so over internet and through email, we were able to send this information, and it gave a little more comfort to me to understand what was happening in my body and what was going on and what it was that I was dealing with. I had no idea what this was. And one of the doctors on staff responded rapidly, quite quickly, and took a look at my results and said, well, everything seems to look good. And that's what everyone seems to say, but when you're going through a difficult time physically, you want answers as soon as possible. You want to know what's happening, how do I take care of this? And I wasn't finding any help where I was in Africa. And when I arrived back in the country about 9 months later, I came here right away and was able to meet with the doctor that looked over my results, and he was able to do some more follow-up tests and follow-up questions about what my body was going through and what we needed to take care of. So in time, things began to get better. Well, I know sometimes I've seen that in places where I've been that people are sharing their talents, their gifts, their abilities, their experiences, and in their training, even in the medical field, as Christians, but not necessarily sometimes sharing their faith. It's more of helping in a social aspect, which is good because people are being helped, but the foundation should be, I think, Christ in us, the hope of glory, the Christ that we want to share, also using our physical, in terms of abilities in medical profession, dental profession, of helping those who are in need physically. And I think that's interesting about the clinic here is because Christ is shared openly. One of the great lessons I've learned from walking with the Lord is a spirit of generosity and giving. And not to say that I give a lot, but what I can give is I know a benefit, and I know that it makes a difference in ministry. One, I live by faith. I live serving in the ministry. I want to share the gospel, and I know how difficult it is sometimes. So I know what it's like running an organization like the Neighborhood Christian Clinic, because there are a lot of expenses. There are people on staff, there are medicines, different things that have to be taken care of, equipment. A lot is donated, yes, but there's also, and people can have a part in that, but the financial giving also makes a big impact, because every dollar that is given is, I think, multiplied over, because it seems to be an exponential growth just by the gifts. And I've seen that in ministry, and I see that here, and we would like to see more and more blessings in this arena. And I think that people themselves who do give will be blessed themselves.